Due to climate change, glaciers of Anchorage, Alaska are melting and causing many issues for the local community. As the Arctic regions are warming, specifically in Anchorage, much of the freshwater melt is entering salt and freshwater ecosystems and changing the biodiversity built around it. This melting has a destructive effect on the environment as a whole, from fish species, plants, wildlife, and humans. Anchorage is vulnerable because it is the largest city in Alaska, and many melting glaciers in the area are causing problems for the communities and workers. The location of the city, which is surrounded by glacial valleys, is at risk of flooding from the melt as it changes the landscape around them. In terms of environmental change, Anchorage is warming with about 20% more record high temperatures in the past 6 years, and that number is projected to increase. This is what causes the melting glaciers and puts Anchorage at risk of inundation. Snow is developing later than normal and melting earlier in the year compared to the 1990s. Along with these melting glaciers, the sea level is rising and creating an even bigger risk of permanent flood damage. The city of Anchorage is built to withstand the cold conditions and snow, but it is now facing flooding. Sled dogs are used outside of the city, although they run into the gravel where snow is gone and it causes huge problems for transportation. The melted snow and ice causes flooding to rivers, streams, and runs into the ocean. Sediments are carried from the floodwater into the river systems and disrupts the natural chemistry. One of the largest impacts has been on the fishing industry. Commercial fishing in Alaska is facing issues with the ocean environment, which has been disrupted from the input of freshwater and more acidic seas. This is decreasing fish populations in the area when freshwater from flooding is mixed with salt water. Many marine species cannot survive there. The solution to these issues is to improve and adapt to the new conditions of Anchorage. As the ice is melting away, new roads are being made, flooding precautions should be considered, and people will begin adjusting to an area with more flooding and less snow. More land will be exposed, which can lead to the development of the city, and the commercial fishing industry may have to travel further to catch more fish where the water systems are not affected by the ice melt and floodwaters.